Hello crypto world, welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So today I have the XRP chart open, and I'd like to discuss what is currently taking place on this chart. So if you're not familiar with my thesis says that in a correction, XRP will produce the same fractal every single time. So it comes up in a bull run, makes a peak, it moves back down, does a retrace. After that retrace, it does a sub peak, which is A. It continues to do this, making peak B, C, D, E, all the way down to F. Now F is the final part of this greater decline. It's where the capitulation actually takes place. I've gone into previous videos discussing this decline and also videos discussing the structure of this pattern right here. You can find these videos in this playlist that I made over here. So let's go back and examine the structure of this pattern throughout time and see where we are in the completion of this structure. So the first time it took place was in the decline that started in December 2013, and it went through all the different phases, A, B, C, D, E, and F. F is where it went into its capitulation point right here, and then it moved into a new phase. This was a new season that brought XRP into a sideways range-bound time before moving into its next bull run. So this part of the fractal, so far we've already completed. What we're missing is this swoop down. Let's go further in time and see what else we can examine about this current structure and compare it to where we are now. Now, one other important thing, this is the first time this pattern took place, and essentially all the patterns moving forward are a repeat or a copy of this one. Okay, so here we are in 2014. This is December 2014 when the decline started, and this one does not have an A, so it just goes B, C, D, E, F. F, again, is where it capitulates before moving into that range-bound sideways season that XRP goes into after its decline. So as you can see, this one is a little more vertically oriented, and that capitulation point happened right here, that swoop down. Let's move on. So this one was in May 2000. Let me over here a bit. So this took place in May 2017. That's when the decline started. This was a very quick, rapid decline, and here it declined, but it didn't swoop down very deep. So it did the typical move down, but instead of moving down deeper, it was just a very shallow little bounce. Now, the interesting thing about this is this could set a precedent for future patterns, F patterns that play out. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one. All right, moving on. So this is in the all-time high in 2018. January 2018 is when this decline started. This F pattern took a long time to play out. This went slow, in the beginning, it moved very fast, but the pattern slowed down. It took a long time for it to complete. So again, it came down to a low, which was a capitulation point, and then it moved into that range-bound sideways season that XRP goes into after a decline. So that brings us back to where we are today. And if we take those patterns that we just examined and we place them here, you can see that they all roughly say the same thing. Now, if we move some of these and examine them one at a time, comparing one to what is currently taking place. So here's the original one. All right, so you can see here the original one moved up just like this one did after its decline right here. It moved up, it moved back down and did this like little wave. That's what the original one did. The original one did a move back up, made like a little peak here. That's what this one did. What is different from the original one, this one has this little peak right here, this wave before moving up further. Now, every time this pattern plays out, it's going to play out original. However, the basic structure should remain the same. So let's compare, let's take off that 2013 and compare it to the next one that happened, which was in 2014. So as you can see here, it did the same thing. It moved up, came back down, did that wave, and then here we have that peak. We don't have this little one here, but what is interesting about what is happening now is the way this peak came up. It came up more abrupt, and this whole fractal is on a vertical axis compared to the original one, which was more horizontally oriented. So that vertical alignment brings this peak to makes it more sharp and the decline more sharp. The way I see this playing out is it's echoing this, at least this part right here. So here's the 2017. The 2017 was such a quick little decline. Now maybe we might get lucky and it just bottoms out here. We'll see. All right, so here is the 2018. What's interesting about the 2018, it has the waves down, the two waves down, and then it has this peak right here, which it did here. And then what's interesting, we see this peak right here. And instead of moving up like it did here, this one kind of just went flat and then declined, and then it did a bounce. This is something else we should keep an eye on because we might see something like this take place as well, or we could see. Time will tell. So I would say it's similar to 2018 in that it has this little bounce here. It's also similar to 2014 with this sharp rise up before the decline. It's similar to 2013 with all this here, the basic pattern. So where does that leave us? So as you can see, they all decline. So what we are going into likely in the next days or weeks, I'm not sure how long this will take to complete, but we are going into potentially the steeper or the sharper decline part of this fractal. Now it could meander more this way and then do the decline. The way it's looking right now, there's potential for a steeper decline. Now, we want this decline to happen because as soon as it takes place, we move on into the next phase. XRP has to go through these phases before it gets to the next bull run. There's no examples in the XRP chart where it skips seasons. So we have to go through these seasons. Well, I hope this video was helpful. You know I'm a new channel, so any subscribes or thumbs up, it means a lot to me. You can also follow me on Twitter at Chart Historian. And one other important thing, I am not a financial advisor, so nothing I present here, it should not be construed as financial or investment advice. That would be a mistake. Well, I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.